Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's not even like it's just I think their color theory too.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Collecting Brothers. I'm John, this is Josh. Let's go ahead and break down this week's toy news. First up, we're kind of going a little more like the smaller stuff. It was a lighter week, so I wanted to just, kind of fill some time here. But a Secret Galaxy, Dan Larson, right? They released this little like kit, 3D printed parts that are uncolored, unpainted, and you can pick up like a cool Secret Galaxy key, and as well as like a 3D representation of their logo as well. Kids with an antenna and some of the chest plug, which is of course going to be specific to Cosmic Legions. So really cool that they're using the Tusk pilot there. But let me talk about the creation actually of it. So they went up for sale, unpainted custom figure kit, and it was $30. Everything you saw there was $30 plus shipping. They did limit it to one per customer, and this sucker sold out fast, dude. By the time that I had seen, I think the post was like an hour or 2 hours old. It had already sold out. So I'm not sure if that was the quantity or if that was just demand. But shout out to Josh Brown Customs, Monster Machine Creations, and Rogue Printing Machine for all their work on this cool little Secret Galaxy toy tuber, parts. I love it, man. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think further down the line, since they sold out, I wonder if they'll just sell the file. If not, that way people can kind of print it on their own and just charge a $15 or $20, whatever you want to charge file. Looking at the painted head sculpt, it looks cool, very Star Wars-esque. Kind of looks like a combination of Boba Fett along with the Luke Skywalker
pilot
training helmet.
Oh yeah, okay.
Especially with the fin. If you look at the top fin, the visor that's up, training helmet, right?
Yeah, the blast shield. Yeah, no, that's cool. And so they did say they were going to do a second run. When that is, we'll see. But really cool that there's enough demand potentially for Secret Galaxy stuff. Dan's such a cool guy, and he's gotten some cool opportunities. And one of our pillars of our community. So always like supporting that. I was gonna pick one up, but it sold out on me.
Yeah, and the skull, I feel matches really well with just Four Horsemen skulls. I bet they probably just kind of used the mold and just molded the helmet on, because it looks eerily similar to just a regular Four Horsemen studio, which is not a bad thing, especially if you're marketing it. Especially if you're marketing it as compatibility with Four Horsemen figures, then why not make it super as close as you can?
Yeah, with the chest plague, right? That's it's only Four Horsemen stuff. But of course, that head can fit on other figures, right? Mm-hmm. With most of these 3D printed stuff, the peg hole in there is big. You just fill it with some sticky tack or something like that and fit it to anything you want. Cool thing though is they also did an exclusive accessory kit, a blaster accessory kit over at Josh Brown Customs. Along with that drop, so you can pick up some blasters there from him, which they look really good painted up. So really cool. Again, just members of our community putting out their little things out there. So
yeah, especially thinking with this, if you were able to snag one of these, you could have a representation of Galaxy plus if you had an Odious figure, that you could have an Unparalleled unit figure.
There is also a Robo head for Cosmic Legions.
Well, I was even just gonna say you could just use make his own Gus. If you have the Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy helmet, Guardians of the Galaxy head plus a range trooper, just make your own Gus, and that can be Robo.
That's true. That's one he uses. So, yeah, I love that, man. Just kind of a little inside baseball, I guess you might call that. But next up here, I wanted to show off the Cosmic Convenience store. This is coming over from Super Action Stuff. They have things like the Cursed Crate, which is a bunch of sci-fi gory stuff, and then also the Cursed Casket, which is blood effects. So just this little guy, and I like following him because his products are really cool. But it's also kind of been interesting him just kind of being a smaller company, a little just making his own little parts. He's kind of been posting about the effects of the tariffs on him, and so he was saying with the 100 the plus 100 plus tariff, this thing, his next release was not going to come out, but as we all know, the tariffs dropped down to 30 again. And he's like,
boy, what did I say last week?
Yeah, that's true.
What did I say? And it makes me even think more about this is not really toy news, but this is just bigger things. I feel people are always getting played, and if you don't think companies and CEOs know things before you do, you're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
When I said this is so weird for Hasbro to do that post, like pre-order now because it's gonna go up.
The lock in your price, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. When I saw that, it was just weird because it's like Hasbro doesn't give a dang about us, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like they only care about the bottom dollar. And so, you know, that's why I was like, guys, this is weird. Like I bet there's something cooking up. Like I bet you anything. This is actually the bad move to pre-order because things are gonna go back to normal. Like I just felt that from that post. I was like, they know something we don't.
Yeah. And I agree with you, man. Companies definitely operate at a different level than we as consumers do.
Yeah, dude,
so.
they knew behind that Trump was cooking something up already.
And that's the thing. Like I saw this when this person made a post saying like, "Hey, I can't release this with the 145 tariffs. We'll see like later on when we can release it." And then as soon as the tariffs dropped, he was able to like, "Okay, we can get this out."
Yeah.
But it's just going to be a little more expensive. So usually his like cursed casket, cursed crate, that's like $35-$40 for all the effect pieces. He didn't put a price point on this. I'm probably sure he's still figuring it out. But you get the vending machine. Like that's the nice thing about super action stuff is that like the cursed casket, you get an actual like 1/12 scale casket. The cursed crate, you get like a nice 1/12 sci-fi crate. And so with this one, he's doing a vending machine. That kind of
that's really cool. I'm actually, how much is this? How much does this cost?
We don't know the price yet, but based off his other stuff that he's released, we're looking at $30 to $40.
And like what comes in there? All that stuff?
Yeah, all this stuff here. So you get some wrist blasters, a little scanner, space pistols, a flamethrower, some energy effects here. This energy shield, dude, I'm digging
cable,
that,
bro. That's for your live action cable. It's exactly how live action cable shield works.
Yeah, you get the rapid fire, so like multiple bullets in successions, electricity. The flame blast looks really, really good. You get some saber effects as well, which we would just pour it onto any lightsaber that you have. They call them laser swords. You get a little blood damage, which he's done before. This one's really cool here, the metal damage. So you can put those on your T1000.
Yeah, or I was even thinking also too, just like if you have like a his tank, pop it on the his tank or the Sentinel. Any metal HasLabs, I feel like it would look really good with that.
Yeah, and they come with like laser burn marks. So you can like have those like across someone's body, some blaster holes, and some more effects pieces. So a big old explosion, wrist energy effects, smoking weapon effects, and yeah, man. Again, like I really like super action stuff. I have the cursed crate personally, and man, I have not used all of them, even though I've tried to.
Holy crap, yeah, man. This is kind of the first time I'm hearing of this, but like this company, and I'm shocked by how much you're getting for that price because you said it's around $30, maybe with the tariff it'd be like $35. But I feel like for $30, dude, I feel like you're getting bang for your dollar here. The vending machine alone with the paint and the dents and the weathering, and it's like a big sizable piece, right? This is no little accessory. Dude, usually, when it comes to like little kind of small independent companies, you kind of pay extra because you're like, hey, I'm also supporting an artist. But at this point, dude, this guy's just giving us value. No pity involved, man. This is just straight value. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal how much you're getting.
I agree, yeah. And check out his other stuff. Cursed Crate is the blood effects, Cursed Casket is the blood effects, and it comes with like other stuff too. He also has these cool vending machine or not vending machines, arcades that come with like different arcade themed stuff. But cool. Super action stuff. Check him out. It's just this little dude just selling this stuff. So just wanted to shout him out. All right, let's take it to the Four Horsemen. We got an update here on the Mythic Legions All-Star 6. They said that the arrival date for the All-Ins, they got their container out before the really super high tariffs. So it was on the water by then. And so they had already paid for the shipping on that. They did mention that unfortunately they weren't able to get the singles and all the other stuff out before the tariffs. But with the tariffs dropping now, we should expect those orders to fulfill a little bit later, but like within the same time frame.
Go.
So yeah, that's coming out, man. This is a nice little All-Star 6, which is for my understanding, the last All-Star we'll ever see. So because we got
they're not gonna do anymore.
Well, because we have like Legends of Mythos, right, where they're doing the 2.0 versions of figures instead of just doing the re-release of old figures. I don't see them doing All-Stars in the future, but I think there's just things that have replaced that type of setup that they have. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we also on a four-ish horseman o'clock got our boy D13 here and showing off some of the cosmic which one is this?
Ox Crew. It says
book 2, right? Is it book 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, book 2. Getting some of the packaging and the art from Nate Barch as well. So really, really cool to see this stuff. I'm a huge Cosmic Legions fan, so I like seeing that. And this is their next thing that's going to be releasing. Hopefully we can get that on the water. There's the skate back box art, Ovar, dude, my little shorty boy Ovar. And also they showed off the packaging for the character packs, so the head packs. So, if you order some of those head packs, you get them in this kind of packaging as well. So they also had some paint masters, or I guess not paint masters, production, like painted production figures, just to kind of double check the figure. And it's looking good. Here we have High Lord Kryn, right? He's the defective. He defected from the Tusk to help the natives on the land there on the Raxian. And looking good, dude. Like, look at how crisp those lines are. I love the white eyes. And even the details on the Tusk armor that we've seen multiple times, but it's nice to get this in this like desert sand color.
Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's not even like, it's just, I think, their color theory too. Like if you're looking at that, like that mustardy yellow along with that little dark kind of almost like teal blue in the, if you look in like his undersuit, like the slight blue in his undersuit, when you like, not this photo but that photo, that little hint of blue, you can see it like in his thighs, in his kneecaps, and his elbows and the shoulders. Man, it just makes this thing pops.
I agree. And so they are doing Oxford Book 1 and Book 2 back to back. That's kind of nice. So you'll get Book 1, Book 2, even though they were about a year apart, I think, on the pre-order. You'll get those pretty quickly. And we're expected late summer for Oxford Book 1.
Okay. Hopefully everything goes well.
I think so. Yeah. You never know, right?
Like something's, but it seems like actually, like, just hearing about people talk about it, like Trump's kind of caved in, and like China's kind of called his bluff, and like it seems like things are going to go back to pretty much normal. Not all the way, but pretty much.
Yeah, we'll see. I agree. It's a waiting game, and we can wait on toys, right? We've always waited on, especially Horseman toys.
True that.
All right, let's take it over to McFarlane. McFarlane's got a new level in their toy line. And again, they're moving away from the DC, right? Because they lost the license. Not that they're not going to be releasing figures, but I love that they're already showing off all the different properties they have. Next up here is the Doom from the Dark Ages, the new game, the Doom Slayer. And this is called a McFarlane Elite Edition. $60. It did pre-sell out because, dang, dude. So with the Elite Edition, you're getting higher paint apps is what they said. They mentioned. Higher paint apps, better articulation, and soft goods they're throwing in there for that $60 price point. It is a jump, like especially if you're like a McFarlane fanboy, going from a $20-$25 figure to a $60 figure. But dude, this Doom Slayer, it looks good.
This is very exciting, I think, for McFarlane. It's something I kind of wanted to see them do. I feel like just because I feel like collecting now more and more is shifting toward an adult collector game, where the people have this disposable income, where like $60, $50, $70 action figures are normal. If you've been collecting figure arts, Mythic Legions run 80. Like, this is kind of, if you want that quality of figure, it's good. So like, but now the big kicker will be to get this in hand. And I would even like to see maybe a jump in quality in plastic, because it's okay if you have a kind of hollow figure and kind of not so posable plastic, kind of crappy plastic for $20. That's fine. But if you're charging me $60, it's good. Soft goods, paint apps look great, but I also would expect a jump in plastic quality. Now, we will see. But this is really good news, I think, for McFarlane, just to kind of step up their game and not try to please random people. I feel like this is them saying, we're here to please actual action figure collectors, like the people who are about this hobby. It's not about trying to mass adopt people and pick up, like, a random person can pick up a $20 Superman figure. That's like kind of for everybody. But this, unless you're an action figure collector or a super Doom fan, you're not going to be willing to drop $60 on a figure. So I hope to see more of these kind of $60 elite editions that they're calling them.
No casuals. Sorry. See the door.
Well, no, it's just like, it's just what's collecting comes to.
Yeah, that is the collecting demographic. I 100% agree with you. And to lean into that, I feel like you're not going to miss.
Right move. Yeah,
especially, we even McFarlane has proof here, right? On Entertainment Earth has already pre-sold out. Like, your market's there, your niche is there. Just fill it.
And I wonder even too if that's also like what I'm saying, like just collectors' curiosity, because it's kind of a new line. It's kind of, people just want to see what it's about. Like I said, people are curious plastic quality. People are curious articulation, the paint apps, how everything going to come out at this $60 price point.
That was that Maximum series, right, from Hasbro.
Exactly. Exactly. That same effect is happening here for sure.
Like I have plenty of Spider-Man, and I'm happy with Spider-Man I have. I still picked it up just for out of curiosity.
Exactly.
But really cool. You get real chain here. Like I love that he's bringing in his experience that he had with the McFarlane Medieval Spawn Kickstarter and bringing it into some of his figures. Right, he's kind of learned how to do the metal chain and like just bringing it in. I love it. The paint apps on this gun look amazing. This is the gun that like you put skulls in it and like crushes it for ammunition from Doom. So that's really, really cool. The pelt looks good. It is just going to be like kind of curvy, I feel like, but it's the Elite. It's nice to have that addition there. So we'll see how it goes there for McFarlane. One last thing I didn't mention. So he's also introducing this like Elite points system that you get like there's these cards that you can like redeem and then you earn enough points to like redeem something. He's been hasn't
Dude,
fully
I love that. I love that. That brings me back to the freaking Halo days. Because during the Halo days, when I would used to buy the McFarlane Halo figures, the 4-inch, 5-inch figures, you would get points, remember? And then you could buy like
you can
the
unlock skins.
Hayabusa katana.
Not
just skins, you could actually get like accessories shipped to you. Not only that, but I actually got I got a whole figure, free figure shipped to me. Just based off points. That's crazy that it's going back to that. And what was crazy about those figures is like you couldn't even buy them. Like that, that figure you had to earn, like, or you had to go to the aftermarket for crazy price. Like I have a McFarlane Toys Elite from Halo Reach that you could only get from saving enough points, buying enough figures, and redeeming it that way. It never went for sale ever.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah,
I like that because that's like the mail away, where you had to collect enough coupons.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I love it too because like I said, I feel like he's leaning in more to the demographic of the position that I'm in, trying to appease obsessed collectors, trying to appease hardcore collectors and rewarding hardcore collectors. So I love this kind of shift.
And he did say that these will be coming in every single McFarlane figure at random quantities.
Dude, he's got me in. I'll tell you that right now. I'm hyped. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy this now. I'm hyped. So not even okay. I was kind of I was like, yeah, I want to see about with the Elite Edition points, and you can get like it's like RNG. It's a random number. Oh, dude, the gambler in me, the sociopathic gambler in me. I'm in.
Yeah, and it's like different levels, like 200, 300, and there's even like $1,000 or 1,000-point reward card. So, again, he's just calling back those mailaways and bringing in a little bit of points there. All right, I'll wrap up McFarlane there. It is a cool figure, though, man. I do like it. Next up, Marvel Legends give us a little teaser today. We got Shanna, some barbarian, to go with your Khazar.
Exactly, man. This thing is just so perfect, especially because there's so many really expensive, higher end kind of barbarian figures. But dude, if you get your hands on Khazar, you can even I found him even at Ross, but I bought him on stuff for like $15, but still such an amazing figure for what it is. And just kind of basically get a female barbarian figure. I'm even thinking like you can repaint it to have like red hair, and repaint it as like you can make that a Crude's custom, dude. I'm thinking Crude's custom now.
There you go. All your dream works, man.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's my dream. I'm making that shelf. Yeah, and like even like maybe adding, I think what really cool to see customizers do would be like adding like animal print, like maybe some cheetah spots. Yeah, some leopard spots on there for sure. It would add a lot to it.
Yeah, I agree. It's a nice base figure there. Clarence Customs can cook with this. We know that. But yeah, Shannon, we got a little preview. But yeah, double knees, double elbows. Like it's just that new updated articulation scheme that they have, man. Love that.
Even looking at this with the long flowing hair and the nice face sculpt, I even see people, like just what I just thought of is like painting the hair red. And I feel like you can make a custom Sonya. Red Sonya figure, that's running you like, I think it's like $60, $70 like that.
Yeah.
I can get this Shanna, have a lot of good time making a custom Sonya for $25.
Yeah, like non-armored, right? She got all her armor stripped off and
paint that hair red Sonya.
Easy clap. All right, let's keep going here. SH Figure Arts. They did a little teaser for Dragon Ball Legends. It's a mobile game. I'm not sure. I haven't played it, but it looks, very stylized. I'm not sure like what the difference is from Dragon Ball to this. I mean, maybe more cell shading. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is like a screenshot from, or not a screenshot, but like a promo pic from the game. But yeah, they got the Dragon Ball Legends, and they're going to be doing some more Dragon Ball figures from that line.
Yeah, it doesn't look that stylized. It looks like exactly like the anime, but
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like, it's like, so how is this different from the figures we've got?
yeah, no, it looks exactly like it. I bet since it's a mobile game, right? All video games
Yeah.
are just about making money with different skins and different things like that. So
Oh
it'll
yeah.
probably be different skins. Like you can't see the clothes on them because it looks like it's Goku, and then like
Vegeta, yeah.
I don't
It
think that's
looks like Vegeta from like there was a bigger picture and like it's got the Saiyan armor, but then like a black undersuit,
uh,
compression suit looking thing.
there's
But
no
yeah,
way that's Vegeta.
okay.
Okay, because for one, he has a deeper widow's peak, and he's never had a little hair dangling down. That's got to be like I'm either thinking like Goku Black or even Gohan,
Okay,
right?
okay.
It's got to be Goku Black or Gohan, but yeah, kind of. I feel like kind of drifting a little. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Never mind. It's Dragon Ball. It's gonna sell. It doesn't matter. It's not for me. But like I said, the people that buy the Dragon Ball figures, they'll buy anything.
Yeah, yeah. They'll be here for it. All right, let's take it around the net here, friends. First up here, for all the Himiku fans, we're getting a fit boxer version of Himiko. Again, this is just Rebel Tech doing their thing, man, with this property, and it looks like a really, really good figure. I love the matte finish on the pants, the shiny finish on the hair. But yeah, a little teaser for the Himiko.
I think what's really interesting always with Real Tech and Amazing Yamaguchi is how much they switch up their articulation scheme every figure. Like if you have a Marvel Legend or you have an SH Figure Arts or even a Figma, I would say is very par for the course. Like once you've experienced like 3 or 4, the articulation scheme's really similar as much as they can get it besides the sculpt that gets in the way of it. But with
Yeah,
Amazing Yamaguchi, it's astounding to me how every time I see a figure, sure, there is some consistencies, but sometimes it's like it doesn't even look like Amazing Yamaguchi. Because like for this one, the joints are very tight, very seamless. There's not really gappage going on. If anything, it looks more like a Figma. And that's what amazes me. Like they just try to, I feel like they just try new things. And I always appreciate that. And gonna be awesome now to see because Figma has kind of dominated the Miku Hatsu product. And it's a huge, huge freaking thing, right?
oh
There's like
yeah, it's huge.
every year Figma literally releases like 20 different versions. There was like racing Miku, biking Miku, freaking flower, freaking winter
Everything.
Miku. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then I've
yeah.
seen fit boxing Miku. So cool that they've done, from my recollection, I think I've seen all the Figma Mikus. They've never done a fit boxing version. So there you go. They're not like stepping on the toes of Figma's, not trying to compete, just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
trying to
true.
add to your Miku collection.
There you go. All right, last up, we got a update here on the Cable 1.5 version. This is going to be available for pre-order May 23rd with a price tag of $99.
Okay,
And
dude. Oh, the updated, man. They, like I said, this is like the 2.5 or 1.5 version they call it, right? Because
1.5,
it's
yeah,
a
1.5.
release. But yeah, dude, sword looks new. And I don't believe that like Hive kind of shield came with the original release. I think that's a new addition. But
Okay.
even just looking at it, like also too, like it makes me want to get what was your boy that made the vending machine thing?
Oh, super action stuff.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That super action thing. He
Yeah,
had that thing
yeah.
there. I told you, Cable, baby. That would fit perfectly, Cable.
Yeah, so two different pieces there. You got his eye blast there. You got the swords, the dagger, and of course, guns. This is Cable we're talking about here, man. Looks really, really good, dude. Great update. Here's everything you're getting with him. All the sets of hands, the big old BFGs, right? The swords, yeah, dude. This is the Kyoto Store exclusive head. So if you're looking to get the exclusive head of Screaming Head, you will have to go through the Kyoto Store. There are some other online retailers that offer it, but yeah, support their company,
Yeah, and I actually
man.
really like that head sculpt. Like, I feel like I love the.
Yeah,
Some people might not like it, but I actually like how wrinkly and kind of scarred up it is. Yeah, even around the mouth.
yeah, okay. I mean, it's Cable, right? He's lived and been
Exactly. I
through
want him
war.
rugged. I want him
Yeah,
like just mangled.
yeah,
That's what I like about
exactly.
it for sure.
He's got this techno virus coming through him. So, yeah, dude, this is a cool figure, man.
Oh,
And
I know. I've been waiting for this, dude. I've been probably searching on eBay for a couple years now, just looking for a good price.
yeah,
But
yeah,
now I don't have to.
yeah. $100 gets you a new Cable, man, and it's an updated version from Kaido. And like again, the gappage, like look at that elbow bend, oof, clean. I'm not even worried about it anymore. Dude.
Yeah, gabbage, you're right. That's one thing that definitely improved compared to the older version. I feel like there's more gabbage with it. And I think also too, the colors look a lot brighter to me, which I actually like.
Yeah,
I like my X-Men bright
blue and
yellow,
yellow.
bright blue, and
Yeah,
bright. Like, because I think the first version was a little bit more subtle. No, I need a bright.
yeah, I agree with you. And this is just such a great representation of Cable. All right, friends, that will bring it to the end of our show. light week. I said we kind of filled it in with some fun news there from Four Horsemen and
A lot of cool stuff. Like it wasn't
like
boring stuff. Like a lot of major news, like with your boy with his vending machine and McFarlane making moves. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was still heavy hitters, but it's not a lot to talk about. But all right, well, let's go ahead and talk about our pick of the weeks, friends. Let us know down below that you are picking up how many of these cables. Just check. But yeah, let us know down below what your pick of the week is. And Josh, what are you thinking? What's yours? I'll run it back for you.
It's probably been the cable. I've been waiting for that cable for a while. Yeah, it's got to be the cable. Ever since they started doing 1.5 version, this was the number one figure that I wanted to get.
You wanted back out, yeah.
Yeah, it's the number one. I'm like, how the heck did they do Joker? Joker was one of the worst figures. Even the 1.5 version still sucked. Like, how does a Joker get 1.5? And then finally been waiting for this cable.
Yeah, okay. You took mine. I'll give it to McFarlane with the Doomslayer. It looks cool. And, Doomslayer is like the predecessor to Master Chief, so gotta pay respect. All right, friends. Again, let us know down below what your pick of the week was. And as always, keep collecting, keep playing, and may the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.